me on board the MV Hondias.
All right, you may be wondering
and what's happening right now is very
I'm
real
showing you
for all
this
of us
guy.
here. We're not just a story. We're not just headlines. We're people.
So, can't
People
wait
with
to tell you.
families, with lives.
Let's pause him, you know? Let's pause him. I'm sure you've seen the hantavirus guy. And, you know, us TikTokers, we just find everything, right? So, the reason I don't ever post about this stuff is because I'm a millennial, and I'm sure if you're a millennial or even after Gen Z, Gen Alpha, you can relate. But millennials, like, we're right there. So every year we were growing up, there was like there was the bird flu. And then I'm also Brazilian. There was Zika virus. And let me tell you, you may be American, but when they played out that whole Zika virus in Brazil,
all of us need to take part in this battle. We need the...
And to get home. So if you're seeing coverage about this, just remember that there are real people behind it. And that this isn't something happening somewhere far away. It's happening to us right now. I'll share more when I can, but for now, I just ask for your kind.
take notes. Take notes. Pandemics are planned, and they go as far back as, what was it? The bubonic plague, the black plague that we read about so much in these books written by, I don't know who writes the books, you know what I'm saying? Who writes the books? So this has been a weapon that they have used over the last, you know, couple hundred years. Because before that, you know, we all know, you know, and if you don't know who I'm talking about, then maybe this video isn't for you. But they have used pandemics against us since before I was born. So I'm sure we could see eye to eye on this. You hear pandemic and you're like, and it gets crazier. So hantavirus. All right, let's go over this for a second. Look who's warning us. Oh, the WHO warns of hantavirus. Okay, all right. And hantavirus, it's from a rat. You really gonna let that scare you? From a fucking rat? Really? You know what's important to note here? The rodent, all right, the rat. We're in the year of the horse. The horse and the rat are enemies. You know, in Chinese astrology, you have some enemies. And the horse and the rat, like, are no, not together. They're enemies. And it's just really interesting, the timing of this. I mean, something recently happened with another cruise line, right? I'm not here to tell you what that was. You could figure it out on your own. I already get in enough trouble laughing at things, so I don't feel like getting my another account, you know, taken today, but I just wanted to laugh, all right? Hold on, I got one more for you. All right, it says Black Death was not caused by rats, it was caused by humans. Whatever, I recorded the article for you to see. The plague was thought to have been largely transmitted by fleas. And I just want you to take a moment to think about this. This takeover has been planned, what, for 2,000 years or maybe 1,500 years? Yes, this takeover, pretty sure most of you get the gist of what I'm saying here. And these pandemics have always been a part of it, you know? And you know what's the most that you can get from a pandemic? Unless you really have like confirmed rates of confirmed. All these articles that I was posting, and New York Times, all these big names, right? That we obviously know who controls the media, who controls what we have access to. So what's the story they're pushing again? I mean, I'm in Florida. You know, I was proud to say how we handled COVID back then. I was happy to be a Floridian because that was how I felt. I'm not going to wear a mask. You know, masks have fluoride in them. I'm not going to be breathing that in. I never felt comfortable with that. Even to go in the grocery store, I was like, I can't believe. The good thing in Florida, it only lasts like a week, 2 weeks, the whole like mandatory mask thing. But I know some other places, y'all were like, you know, masked up for months, in lockdown for months. You know, Florida, we just do it a little bit different. I think that we all resonate with freedom and don't give into fear. And that's exactly what these tactics are used for. Fear. And it's so funny to see how far we have gone because COVID was so played out that I like to see that most of you don't fall for it anymore. Like, for me, it makes me happy. I was never going to fall for it. Even when I was 10 and I saw that Brazilian... I wasn't 10. I was like more like 16, 17. But when I saw the Brazilian president, I posted the video here, speaking, I already had that feeling like, this is so fake. Like, wow, whoever controls that system of indoctrination, we already see where it's coming from. And these people, you know, that are fighting with the whole world have planned this because they've been kicked out of every single country in the world. And if we don't, you know, get our shit together, I mean, what can we really do? But we just need to warn our communities, okay? We need to warn our communities on the dangers of this type of propaganda, this type of measure that is being used, because I think most of the world, truly, I think most of us can get along. But there is an instigator in the middle that's making whites look bad because whites ruled what they wanted to rule for a little bit. And they got it, right? They got it. All right, so now we're going to come back together and re-tactic this. So warning our communities, number one, like, there shouldn't be somebody that believes in that system. I'm not going to say the name because I get in trouble. But we can't allow those types of people around, you know, without taking accountability. You know, we don't have to be, like, aggressive or whatever. But if someone believes in the practice of... I'm not going to say the word. I'm not going to say... if you want to really know what it is, I'll tell you somehow else. But the tactics of these people that go back to the bubonic black plague, poisoning the water, they are the ones that fund all these organizations. Black Lives Matter. And yes, they do matter. All lives matter. Okay? This is a tactic to make people against each other and not look at the true enemy. Because when they can play like, I'm white, they could play that card because they are. Then, and they speak on the negative aspect of the white race, but at the same time, erased all history. So, was there even really the Dark Ages? What happened to the Moors? What happened in Atlantis? They had this internet, they had this technology, they had AI already. Okay? And the Dajjal system, the Antichrist system, is going to be some form of technology that is resummoned, reawakening, something ancient, because AI is ancient, actually. AI is ancient and has been around. You know, it was built by a humanoid. I tell you that. This is for entertainment and educational purposes, mainly for entertainment purposes only. Okay?